What's up with you? For today's video, we've been full Pickpocket ability Pokemon team. Now, Pickpocket is actually a very unique ability, and it's kind of gimmicky, which makes it quite fun. What does Pickpocket ability do? If a Pokemon has no item, if your Pokemon doesn't have an item, and it gets hit by a contacting move, it actually will steal the attacker's item. Now, there are a couple of things here. You actually have to live the attack to steal the item as well. So that's sort of like what this ability does. It's very gimmicky, but I did 6 different movesets to give myself the highest chance of Pickpocket actually activating. I've got 2 battles today. First battle, this against Winter Knight. This was on the Y-Comm, and we got a Vileplume lead. Also, there was some new Scarlet and Violet news released right now. I just did a little stream on it, so I'll talk about that during the video as well. There's just a little bit of news on a new Pokemon. Alright, first Pokemon is going to be Vileplume, and I've got this Weavile. So this is a King's Rock Weavile. We've got Beat Up, Fling, Endure, and Icicle Sphere. Now, I didn't want to bring 6 Pokemon along with 0 items. I wanted to actually use items that I could either consume, get rid of, or just use, so I could actually use the items and try and steal the opponents. So Vileplume was the first Pokemon there. However, it's going to swap out against my Weavile, and Sylveon's going to come in. So this isn't a very good matchup for this, at least this Weavile set, because I can't do too much. I'm actually going to rely on trying to get a flinch to King's Rock. So I actually changed my mind. I was like, okay, I need to get rid of my item to get this Pickpocket to activate. Whether it's going to be against Sylveon, I'm very much doubtful, but maybe another physical attacker. So I'm going to fling that item at the Sylveon, and obviously when you fling a King's Rock, it automatically flinches the opponent. So now, what I can do, a very useful move is going to be Endure. So I can actually see what move the opponent is going to use against me and see if it's a, a contacting move or not. Lucky enough for me, the Sylveon actually went for, well, lucky, but not unlucky. It went for the Draining Kiss. Now, Draining Kiss actually is a contacting move. It's one of the few special moves there. And I get rid of the, I actually got rid of the Life Orb, but since I'm only on 1 health now, you wouldn't read about it, right? The Life Orb is going to faint my Weavile at the end of my attack. So, that was very, it was good, but it was bad. So I stole the Life Orb at least. Draining Kiss is going to hit the trainer. It hit me. I was like, hit me right on the cheek. Anyway, next Pokemon is going to be Shiftry. So I got 1 Pickpocket to activate, which is really cool. I'm going to bring in Shiftry. This is a Jetpack Leaf Storm set. So what I want to do firstly is I want to get rid of my item. I've got Sub, Endure, Leaf Storm, and Dank Pulse. Max Speed, Max Special Attack, Intimidation. So go for the Leaf Storm. That is going to end the Sylveon. Now, since I had a stat drop there, being my Special Attack, a Jetpack will kick in and you'll swap out my Pokemon here, and then I can bring another in. So I could use that Shiftry maybe to try and steal another item with Pickpocket, maybe down the track. We're going to bring in Seedot here, and in comes Crawdon. Now, Crawdon is a pretty threatening Pokemon. I've got an Endure Grassy Terrain, Grassy Glide, Sucker Punch set here. This is a max health, max attack set, Jaboca Berry as the item, and of course, you know what the ability is. So Crawdon is going to go for a Dragon Dance here. This is a very scary Pokemon. I need to get rid of this real quick. So what I'm going to do with my Seedot is set up the Grassy Terrain. This first battle especially showed off Pickpocket probably to the absolute max. So this is really cool. So I got the Grassy Terrain up, which is good. Now I can go for a Grassy Glide. And I'm thinking, I don't think I'm going to live an attack from Crawdon. I know that it's probably definitely going to use a physical type move. So let's go for a Endure here, and let's see what it's going to be. So Crawdon is going to go for a Crunch there. Crunch is going to be a contacting move as well, and that's going to activate Jaboca Berry. Now, Jaboca Berry does damage on the physical move, and I steal an Expert Belt. I'm like, this is really good, because now my Grassy Glide, which is already going to be super effective, is going to be powered up even more, because it's going to be super effective against the Crawdon, so that, with the power of the Expert Belt. So go for the Grassy Glide with the Expert Belt on the Grassy Terrain. It drops Crawdon out in one shot there. I don't know whether I would have beaten that without the Expert Belt. I know that it was probably a sweeping set, but that was really cool. So Seedot managed to get the Pickpocket to activate. I don't, where is Seedot's pockets anyway? That's the question of the day. Let me know your most interesting answer. So in comes a Heracross there. It's big and it's pink, and it's going to go for a close combat on my Seedot, and that's going to fate me. I'm like, oh, I hope this isn't what I know it is. So that's the end of the Seedot, and Heracross is going to get a Moxie. So this is very bad news, people. Very bad news. I've got to try and shut this down. So it's going to get some more healing there. Now, I'm thinking what I can actually do. I'm going to go into Shiftry. So I thought, okay, I have no idea what sort of item this Heracross has. I'm going to have to see if I can at least drop its, maybe drop its, its defense, its special defense again. So I'm going to go for Endure here and just see what move it's actually going to use. I was like, it's probably just going to use Mega Horn anyway and use Close Combat. So like, okay, well, it is still super effective. Let's see what item the Heracross actually has. So Pickpocket will activate here after the defense and special defense drop from the Close Combat. And Shiftry actually pickpockets the Choice Scarf. I was like, man, that's awesome. So that means, Heracross is going to be a lot slower now, and now my Shiftry's got that Choice Scarf. The saddest thing here, I don't really have a lot to hit it with. I've got Dark Pulse and Leaf Storm. I just went for Leaf Storm, and Leaf Storm, of course, ended up missing, and Heracross is going to finish me off with another Close Combat. And that's going to result in Heracross getting another Moxie here. I guess the best thing that came out of this matchup was Shiftry actually stealing Choice Scarf, which is really, really cool, that was really quite exciting. So Heracross is going to get another Moxie boost here, and I'm going to go into Morgrim. So this is an interesting Morgrim set. We've got Endure, Metronome, Dazzling Gleam, and Round. We've got Throat Spray working with Pickpocket, Max Speed, Timber Nature, and Max Special Attack. So okay, I'm just going to go for Dazzling Gleam here. And now my opponent is going to go for a Dynamax Heracross, and it's already got +2 attack. So this thing's going to pretty much be able to sink the rest of my team like very, very easily. Like it's already got like a good attack stat anyway. So I was running as a measure, I was running Timber Nature on this Morgrim, and I actually managed to outspeed the Heracross with a Dazzling Gleam, and it's dropped the Dynamax Heracross on the same turn, which is awesome. So now I've got a chance of staying into this battle, which is really, really cool. So that's the end of that. That was a massive threat there, Heracross. It was, that Shiftry was, that was vital with the Pickpocket. If I didn't have Pickpocket on Shiftry, I would have lost that easy. Next Pokemon's the Vileplume. Now, there's not a lot I can do here. I may as well go for a round, and we're going to try and get a special attack boost there. Now I'm thinking to myself, I might be able to go for a Metronome. Imagine if I got Metronome Fire Blast or Flamethrower. That'd be really, really cool. Now we've got the Vileplume going for a Sunny Day. So this is a... I have to assume that maybe it's a Chlorophyll set here, or it's got something like Solar Beam. I don't really know. So anyway, I'm just going to go for an Endure here and see what move it is going to be using, and try and stall out some of that sun. So it's going to go for a Sludge Wave here. It's like, okay, that's going to be very, very powerful against my other Pokemon as well, which is also in this evolution line. So I'm going to endure the hit. So it's like, okay, it's got Black Sludge. That wouldn't have been a good item to Pickpocket anyway. So I just spammed Endure here because I know that it's probably going to be a Chlorophyll Vileplume. And it went for Pedal Dance. And you know what? Pedal Dance is one of the few special moves as well that activate on the Pickpocket, and I fainted myself with Black Sludge. Come on, there's no way that just happened. Like, that was 100% troll. I think the opponent may have guessed what sort of team this was, like judging on all the Pickpockets lately, but that was cruel. So next Pokemon's going to be Grimmsnarl. This is a Lancet Berry Pickpocket set. I've got Max Health and Max Attack, Drain Punch, Shadow Claw, False Surrender, and Spirit Break. So I gave it both of its, its signature move there. And this has got a bit of bulk about it, so I know that I'm going to be able to live a Sludge Wave. But since the opponent did try to troll me there, and, they didn't try to troll me, they did troll me, and they used Pedal Dance, they will be locked into that for at least another turn. So we're going to get outspent, obviously, by the Vileplume. That does a lot of damage. That's definitely Max Special Attack. And now I'm going to go for Max Darkness. Now, Vileplume is quite a bulky Pokemon, so I actually managed to live that, which sucks. Now, the good thing about this is there's no confusion, so Vileplume is going to be locked into Pedal Dance for one more turn. I was thinking about going for a Max Knuckle. I was like, I could go for it, but I don't want this thing to miraculously live or something like that, so I'm just going to go for the Max Darkness and not take any risk at all. So that was another Pedal Dance there. Now Vileplume's going to be confused. I can go for a Max Darkness and finish it off. I've still got 2 more Pokemon to try and take out as well. And I've got a Grimmsnarl, which isn't super fast either. Now, this is pretty interesting. So this next Pokemon to come out here, the Sunlight is going to fade as well, is going to be Chandelure. So Chandelure is quite a scary Pokemon too. It's going to go for Fire Blast, and Grimmsnarl is not going to live that. So I was like, man, this sucks. I've only got 1 more Pokemon left, and it is a Pokemon that could do well against this, depending on what sort of moveset the Chandelure has. The last Pokemon is going to be Barbaracle, and we got a special. This part of the battle, like, you wouldn't read about what's going to happen. So I've got Shell Smash, Surf, and Meteor Beam Endure. I've got a Power Herb as the item. Now, Chandelure is going to go for a Shadow Ball. I was really worried about Energy Ball, but there was nothing I could do about it. So, Shadow Ball hits me very hard still, and I managed to get off the Shell Smash, which is really cool. So, unlike the physical Shell Smash Barbaracle, this is still kind of bad. You know, its special attack isn't really the most amazing in the world. So, what I can do now, I could go for Surf, but I was like, I'm going to go for Meteor Beam, because Meteor Beam with Power Herb will activate right away, and it'll further boost my Barbaracle special attacking, which will be great. The only thing is that small chance of actually missing. That's what I was worried about. But I was like, I need to get this extra boost up there because, you know, even at +2, it's not going to be super, you know, super powerful. So go for that Meteor Beam. It worked, and Chandelure is going to get dropped there, which is excellent. So now there's only one more Pokeball left, and this is a Pokeball which is going to be good against my Barbaracle too, and that is going to be Electivire. I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure I've got this battle now. I'm pretty sure that Surf will faint, but I actually want to see what item Electivire actually has here. So I was like, I can go for Endure. I'm sure that it's going to use a physical move unless it's special. Let's see anyway. So I went for the Endure on the Electivire. Electivire is going to go for Wild Charge. I'm like, okay, that's really good. You know, that's going to do some more damage to itself. Right? I endured the hit. Pickpocket activates right here after the Health Drop. And it was another Pokemon with Life Orb. You wouldn't read about it. So now Barbaracle, I have to attack here, right? I've got the extra power from Life Orb. But this actually ended up in me fainting the Electivire and fainting myself on the same turn. So there you go, people. A crazy battle there. I got to activate Pickpocket, 5 times? That's so crazy. I mean, I really feel like this battle deserved a like there, people. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's get on to the second battle. That was crazy. I'm a little bit salty that that actually happened, but at the same time, it was pretty funny. I'll tell you, I didn't expect 2 Life Orb users on the same team. Like, after seeing that Silver, and I thought I was right. I thought I might get some, maybe a troll item, but I got trolled hard there. So next battle, this one is against Skylar, and we got a theme team here as well. So make sure if you can guess what the theme team is, make sure you let me know. So I thought Kabutops would have had bad matchup there for C-Dot. So anyway, we did get some new Pokemon news today as well. Let me talk about that. Spoiler, I'm talking about the news, but I'm only talking about official news and stuff there, right? So we got a new Pokemon revealed today called Weavile, I think it was, and it is like it's like a puppy, right? Or like a dog with a candle on its head, and it is a ghost type Pokemon. And just having a look over there, it's got the ability Pickup. So that's all we really know about it at the moment, but let me know what you think of that news right there for Scarlet and Violet. So anyway, back to the battle there. I actually picked up another item. I picked up an Everlight from this Meowth, which is really cool. So go for a Sucker Punch there. Now, the funny thing, you watch this. I actually managed to live the U-turn thanks to the Everlight that I stole, which is really cool. I think Pickup's quite an interesting ability. I mean, I know that it's gimmicky, but it could be quite fun. It's almost like a lucky dip especially if you don't know what the item is. So here comes the Marowak here. I'm going to go for Sucker Punch. It is super effective, but Marowak's quite a bulky type Pokemon too, and it's going to finish me off with a Shadow Ball. That's the thing too with special type moves. You can't get Pickpocket to activate either, unless you've got. There are a couple like we actually, you know what? We got to see them in this video, which is really cool. We got to see Draining Kiss and Petal Dance. So they're like some of the few moves out there that do. Actually, question of the day. Another question, what is the, what's another special move that is a contact move? Let me know in the comment section of the video without looking it up, no cheating. So we got the Marowak swappy out there. We got, how do I say it? Sabaki? And this Mawile caused me a lot of trouble. I will say it did. So I'm going to go for beat up on the Mawile, and I've got 5 beat ups to use here because obviously it's based on how many Pokemon you've got alive still, and the C-Dot was fainting. So I got some pretty good damage there on Mawile. I was thinking to myself, what can I really do here? Maybe I should leave Weavile to the end. It's probably going to have a Steel or a Fairy type move. So swapping the Weavile out here, and I'm going to bring in my Morgrem. I thought this would be a bad swap in, and it's going to go for Draining Kiss, another move there's another special move that actually is contacting. So like, wow, I could actually use, I could use my attacking move here. But the problem is, if I go for a round right now, I will consume the throat spray. But Draining Kiss is going to faint me. So that does, if you're, like I mentioned at the start of the video, if your Pokemon does faint, even if you've got no item, you will not receive the item. You won't steal it from the opponent if you're fainted. I guess that sort of makes sense. So you can't, like, you can't send your Pokemon in and to get rid of an item on a Pokemon with Pickpocket. So there you go. That's the difference between, Pickpocket with a Pokemon surviving and a Pickpocket with a Pokemon fainting. I'm trying to, there's really no other, like, mechanics based around this. So I'm going to go into Shiftry now, and this Shiftry, I need to actually get rid of my item. I don't have a lot to do this Mobile, so like, well, I could go for the Leaf Storm, at least get rid of the item, and then I might be able to use Pickpocket later on, It's not a good matchup against this Mawile. So getting pretty good damage there considering on Mawile, and now Shiftry is going to swap out. What, like Shiftry's shoes, what, like they're like these, they're almost like, I think they're called clogs or something like that. They're like these, I don't know, I could be wrong about that. Maybe not clogs, there's something different. I'm not sure, like some sort of sandal or something like that. I know there's a specific name for it. So Mawile's going to do a lot of damage there to my Grimmsnarl or Draining Kiss. At the moment, it seems almost impossible to take this out with the Pokemon they've got remaining. So I'm thinking about going for a Dynamax here, and I could Dynamax, Max Knuckle, and then go for, maybe Shadow Claw. With Lancet Berry activated too, I could get a critical hit. Like, actually, last battle, I didn't get my Lancet Berry to activate. So I was thinking, this could be a good chance to try and get this ability to activate, yeah? I really do enjoy doing these sort of gimmicky, like abilities you don't see very often that aren't really widely used, or they're very unique. I truly did enjoy doing, like the Flame Body team a couple of weeks back. That was fun to do as well. So if you got any other like really unique abilities you'd like to see me do, put them in the comment section, but maybe just do a quick check on YouTube before that, because I have done a lot of ability videos. So something like maybe to, like, let's say you were looking for Water Absorb, like type in like PIMPNITE Water Absorb ability. Like, that's usually the best way to see if I've done a theme there, or check out the playlist. Anyway, we're going to go for Max Knuckle here on the Mawile. I'm trying to take a Pokemon at it desperately, and I'm starting to get some pretty good damage here, which is good. Grimmsnarl's attack is pretty nice. This one was max health, max damage. So there comes another Draining Kiss here. Now, at this stage, Mawile is going to get a lot of health back from the Grimmsnarl, and finally my Lancet Berry is going to activate. So Lancet Berry has the same thing effects as Focus Energy. So I actually stole from Pickpocket an Assault Vest. I'm like, that's excellent there. That's really good. Like, what a great item to have on Grimmsnarl. The only problem is, I don't really, I don't really have a lot of speed, so I'm not sure whether I can do anything after this matchup with Mawile. So go for my attacking move there, and that is the end of Mawile. That was a scary, scary Pokemon there. Draining Kiss Mawile, people, only on Pickpocket channel. Now, the next Pokemon to come in here is going to be the Garchomp. So, like, okay, this is good. I could actually go for a Spirit Break here and see if I can, one-shot it. So I'm going to go for that Spirit Break there. The actual move from Garchomp missed, and it lived on pretty much 1 health. Now, the problem here was the Garchomp had Rough Skin. I was like, okay, Rough Skin, fair enough, and it had Rocky Helmet as well. So Grimmsnarl fainted. Come on. Oh, it's so unlucky. So that's the end of the Grimmsnarl, and now I'm going to bring in my Weavile. So like, okay, this is pretty cool. I can just go for any attacking move. So I went for the Fling. I was like, let's get a Disrespect Fling KO, and at the same time, I can get rid of my Weavile's item as well. So that's the end of Garchomp. Very good. Now, the next Pokemon to come at it is going to be Kabutops. So we've seen the Kabutops at the start, but it was very scared of C-Dot. I can't blame it then. So go for Endure. Now, Kabutops is going to go for a Razor Shell. That's a contact move. It's like, oh, one more item the Kabutops has, and it's got a Scope Lens. Like, oh, that's a nasty item, so I'm glad I got rid of that. So go for Beat Up on the Kabutops here. Now, I don't really have a lot of Pokemon left. That's like 3. And unfortunately, I never got a crit from the Scope Lens either, which, I didn't really expect, but I'd have to be fairly lucky. So it's going to finish me off there with a second Razor Shell. Razor Shell's a move you hardly ever see either. Next Pokemon is Shiftry. I can finish this off easy peasy with a Grass type move. I knew the Kabutops probably wouldn't keep it in, and we've got the Marowak coming in here. So I was very, very close to go for the Dark Pulse here, but I thought just in case the Kabutops maybe had something like I don't know, X-Scissor or something like that. I thought it might stay and there was a small chance, but it didn't, and I went for the Dank Pulse here, and I actually very lucky because I got a Fire Blast miss on Shiftry, which would have easily one-shot it. So that was a little, I guess that was a little bit of a blessing in disguise there for Shiftry. I guess that sort of makes up for the Garchomp live as well. I don't know whether that was min or max damage. Next Pokemon is going to be the Meowth again. Now, I've already stolen the item with Pickpocket on this, right? So went for the Dank Pulse, going for the flinch here. Meowth is going to be able to get the U-turn off. No way I'm living that one, being 4 times weak to Bug. But at least I got the item off that and I did a little bit of damage. So I've only got one more Pokemon left here, and I've still got to deal with, like, I mean, the Meowth's only got a bit of health, so that's not too much for 3. I've got Soul Rock. So, okay, Soul Rock. This is a good matchup for Barbaracle. So Barbaracle can get the Shell Smash up here. Zen Headbutt is going to miss, which is great. And now I could go for Shell Smash. So I was thinking, wow, Zen Headbutt, you know, that's kind of good. I might be able to steal the item from the Soul Rock. But then I'm thinking, wait, I can't do that, because I need to get rid of my item, which is the Power Herb, right? But I have to use Meteor Beam to do that. And if I use Meteor Beam after a Shell Smash plus the effects of Meteor Beam, there's no way that Soul Rock is... You know, it's never going to be able to live this move, right? Unless it's like some crazy bulky Assault Vest set or something like, you know, like that. So go for the Meteor Beam here on the Soul Rock, and no way it's going to live that. And I just took the sun out, people. So you know what? You're gonna go out tomorrow morning. You're going to wake up in the morning, you know, brush your teeth, put your mouthwash in, floss your teeth, all that sort of stuff, have a shower. You'll go outside and the moon will be up, and it'll be all my fault. So go for Endure on the Meowth here. Oh, I know why I did that. I actually forgot that I already took the item from the Meowth earlier on, and it didn't really change the course of the battle at all, you know. So go for Surf there, and that is going to be enough to take out the Meowth. Wait, this is sort of like deja vu from the first battle. So the last Pokemon is the Kabutops. Now, I already took its item already, but there hasn't been a Dynamax yet. So like, okay, this is going to be Dynamax Kabutops. Do I go for Endure here, expecting a water-type move to boost the power of Surf, but it might have Swift Swim there, so then Kabutops are outspeed me? Like, is that a good play to do that, or is that too risky? Maybe it's got another ability than that. I don't know. So in the end, I decided to just straight up go for the Surf Air. I already took some Pride damage, and Kabutops just lives, and it's going to finish me off with a max airstream. And that is the end of the battle there, people. 2 amazing battles with the Pickpocket ability team. Like, I absolutely showed this ability off to the max. I thought they were wonderful battles. Hope you really enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like on the video. I'll catch you tomorrow for some more content. Peace out, people.